We can do that. What do you
Okay.
We have to get on a glide path whereby reductions are the order of the day everywhere. And we have to reduce, and our goal should be before 2050 to get to zero emissions and then proceed to minus emissions. That is, to extract carbon from the atmosphere. So we have a huge, huge task ahead of us. And at the moment, the United States is playing a very, when I say the United States, not the people of America, but the group that currently holds the power in Washington are not working to advance the Paris Agreement. And given my view that climate change is an existential threat, that we are near to tipping points, we don't know how near, we don't get a news flash to say we're about to tip over into some irreversible runaway in our climate system, but those are always risks. And that's why it's urgent that every state, every nation, every corporation, every center of power and responsibility do the maximum. So in that context, of course, to have the United States take a very negative and oppositional role, well, it's problematic, and we'll see how we work through that. That's why I'm going to be there, to make sure that America is well represented and people know that over half the people of America are represented by groups or by states or by companies that are committed, or by cities and their mayors are represented by people who believe that we have to do something about climate change and significantly and continuously reduce emissions, carbon emissions. Various national academies of science. I'm going to, we have 187 states and provinces in our coalitions, the Under 2 Coalition, or sometimes we call it the Under 2 Initiative. That's to keep the climate under 2 degrees centigrade as measured from the beginning of the industrial age. And we will be announcing in Bonn more signatories. So our goal is to keep adding more states and regions to our coalition till we encompass most of the world, all the world if possible. At their scientific conference on health. So in addition to the national leadership, there is a big opening for those governmental entities below the nation state to do their part. And that's something that will be represented at the Bonn conference, and I'm going to be there advancing that cause to make sure we don't leave any level uncommitted, whether it be at the national level, the state level, the provincial level, or the corporate level, or the NGO level. We all have to do, or the corporate level. We all have to do our part. It's a collaborative effort to come to terms with climate change and to formulate and to actually execute the actions needed to decarbonize the world economy.
Epidemiologist, Healthy People, Healthy Planet, professor.